Hi.
Hi. I'm trying to remember the last time we ran into each other at some award show. We were backstage. I can't remember. You and Jenny.
Maybe the Grammys.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, it was somewhere. I was like, we ran into somewhere. But hey, it just Valentine's Day just happened. Y'all are the cutest couple ever. How is Valentine's Day for y'all?
We really are.
You are.
It's
you
all
celebrate
her.
life.
Yeah, I just stand next to her and look at. I stand next to her and I look good. It's kind of an inevitability, but yeah, we're
she's
very.
Fun.
Yeah, she's the most amazing woman, and we celebrate every day like it's Valentine's Day, every day like it's our anniversary. But this Valentine's Day, of course, typically I'm working in New York like I am now, and she's in LA doing Masked Singer. So we kind of just send thousands of balloons and flowers and just load up our dressing rooms and hotel rooms. So everywhere we go, there are gifts when we can't be together.
Because that's tough. You're on different coasts.
Yeah.
You're on different coasts, but you meet up in Chicago, right? Y'all are there for a lot of winter.
We live in the middle. I'm on the east, she's in the west. We meet in the middle and have the happiest life in history.
You're like a country song. Okay.
Yeah, we are.
That turns out great.
That's right. We drive around in my pickup truck and go out and have a beer. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is sad, but also kind of beautiful because your mama passed away in 2021, but you found something. She left all these like perfectly packed boxes, right, of all this stuff, like memorabilia that you found?
Well, yeah. Well, recently, my band, New Kids on the Block, we were doing a convention, and I have this massive storage unit full of stuff, and I assumed all my old New Kids memorabilia would be there, my old wardrobe from shows, and my famous ripped pants from like, the Right Stuff video.
Yeah.
And you remember those jeans?
Yeah.
You know.
You made those.
Yeah,
They
became really famous, but what people don't know, that was my only pair of jeans at that time. Like I told you, I grew up on the same side of the tracks as you, the wrong side. And I took those jeans and started cutting them. My mom was like, what are you doing?
I used to do that too.
I was like, this is the thing, this is the thing. And she was like, no, there's nothing left and it's gonna expose your thing. I said, no, don't worry about it, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And they did become a thing. And but years later, we were getting ready to do this New Kids on the Block convention, and I wanted to find any old stuff I had, and I couldn't find it. I mean, I had tour cases from 1989 stored away, and I'm gonna open them for the first time in 30 years, and I opened them
probably
thinking,
smelled good.
the mold, I'm still suffering.
That happened to me once. I opened it up and I was like, well, this is all gone.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. But I opened the tour cases thinking there's gonna be a treasure trove of stuff, and it was empty. It was like Geraldo's vault. Aww. For you younger people, you don't know what that is, but trust me, it ain't good. But there were these boxes in the corner of the unit that I didn't want to open because they were from my mom. And so they were all boxes from her house after she passed away, and they were all taped up. And I said, you know, I'm just gonna leave those. And one day I just had nothing to do. I went over and said, you know what, let me just go in them. And
were you just afraid because it'd be too intense, because it's your mama and everything?
Yeah, I just didn't want to open the boxes because, you know, I don't know what I would find. And I just decided to open them one day. I ripped them open, and so typical of my mom. She used to take everything I owned and get rid of it, or so I thought. She would throw it away, and I was like, I just assumed she threw all this stuff away. Everything was neatly packed, folded. Those jeans were in there, jackets were in there. I mean, so all of my stuff that I thought was lost forever.
Still taking care of you after.
She was still taking care of me from the great beyond.
I love that story. And I love the memories that kind of flood with all that stuff, that flood in, the memories from all the memorabilia. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really special.
Yeah. What do you can't wear those pants in Chicago in the winter. How do you, I mean, are you cold?
I got them on, though. I got them on. They were...
No, it's not about getting them on. It's a little breezy.
The cold, yes.
It's a little breezy, yeah.
That's true.
That would be a very cold moment for you.
It was cold back then, too, trust me. But, you know, Chicago, Jenny and I live in a small town outside of Chicago, and she's from Chicago, obviously, as we discussed. But when I moved there, everybody would say, are you ready for Chicago winters? Are you ready? And I was like, what are you talking about? I grew up in Boston. Like, I'm tough. This is nothing to me. And I was wrong. It is so cold.
Yeah.
It's like...
unforgiving.
It's pain. It's like it hurts your feelings cold.
It's a wet cold. It's a humid, it's got wet in the air that makes it worse.
Yeah, after it smacks you in the face, it just disrespects you, like, personally. It's the worst cold, and I was wrong. To everyone who grew up in the Midwest, I apologize.
Yeah.
You're tougher than us Bostonians, but...
power outage there, I hope you know how to build a fire.
I've been learning. I've been learning, we've been practicing.
It's a good survival skill, just saying.
Yeah.
That was a look at the final season of Blue Bloods. So What do you love most about doing Blue Bloods?
Oh my gosh, everything.
Yeah?
Honestly, yeah.
That's cool to love a job. You know what I'm saying? It's a different job than you maybe thought you'd do like earlier in life. That's cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, in some ways, I did think I would do something like that when I grew up. But you know, I have my band, which I love, and and Blue Bloods just sort of came out of the blue. And I've been acting for years. I've been in a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff. But when Blue Bloods came along, it was really the perfect job for me. At that time in my career, I'd done so many things that prepared me for that opportunity. And also in terms of maturity, too. I think I was ready to work in the city of New York. And you know, my life was at that point where I could be here. And I mean, the crew is phenomenal. The cast is phenomenal. The writers, I mean, it's like the biggest family. It's one of the things that helps when I'm away from my wife, you know, and my family and my kids. I have this other family that I'm surrounded by, not just on screen, but off. And it's just been the greatest blessing. It's truly been an amazing run. And I love it. I love it so much.
I love to hear that. What do you think you're gonna miss? Has it been like 14 years at Blue Bloods?
14 years.
That is so long.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like having that kind of success, like that's kind of unheard of to have a show that lasts that long.
You know, it's very, listen, having been acting and working at it for so long and auditioned for 5,000 jobs that you've never heard about or you heard someone else doing the part instead of me, you know, it's an incredible blessing. You know, I'm gonna miss it. You know, I'm still in denial. I'm very much a present moment person.
Me too.
And until it's gone, it's not going away as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And maybe there's some way it'll still end up surviving and carrying on in a different way. But for me, it's just, I don't know, I get a little emotional because I really love everybody that I work with. I mean, you know, you've been doing this show, and when you can show up in a safe place with so many people who are kind and
you're
gracious
happy, they're happy, everybody,
Yeah, and
feeding off creativity.
Absolutely, and there's that part of it, and there's also all the people who work on the crew, you know, that from catering to craft service to these jobs that nobody ever hears of. And, you know, they've been working with me for years, paying for their mortgages and their kids' college and all these things. And it's like, you know, just to have been associated with something that has provided so much good for so many people and so many opportunities, it's really special. So I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional.
No, it means it matters. I have to ask you this, because you play a cop. Like, have you ever been pulled over and got out of a ticket? Come on. For the most part, people love Blue Bloods, and I don't even think they think of it as I play a detective as much as it's like, I love the family dinner. You know, usually when I see people, that's what it is. Even if it's police officers, they're like, oh man, that family dinner's great, or that's like my family, you know, things like that. But in terms of tickets, it doesn't help. I drive within the rules of the law. You know, I'm a very safe driver. I may text and drive on occasion, but not much. I'm really good about it. Jenny doesn't like that. She's like, hang up the phone, stop texting me, drive and focus. But you gotta take real measures to keep yourself from being I'm not even doing that, man. I'm full on looking at the road and just jamming to a song. And like, I'm affected by the rhythm of a song. Like, like I seem like a driver that's driving way under the speed limit, like on a slow song, and like, you know, it picks up when I got Aerosmith on, you know?
I get that.
Just saying.
I get that. I do a lot of the creative for New Kids on the Block. So I'm the creative director for our tours.
Oh, do you think in that kind of environment?
Yeah, write a lot of the songs and produce, and that's where I get in the car. I'm like, Jenny, I gotta take a ride. She's like, why? I said, I gotta play on the opening of the show. And I do that too. I'll turn on music loud as all as loud as can be, and I drive, and I'm literally like visualizing, okay, we're gonna lower from the ceiling here and come out, and this is gonna, and confetti is gonna pop out here, and
I think what we've learned is we shouldn't drive.
Hours. That's right, no driving for us.
I think that's what we've learned today, folks. We're gonna do everybody a service. This is amazing. So y'all already toured with Paula Abdul, but you're gonna do it again, right? Paula, touring again with Paula? I
love it. She's amazing.
She is. She is incredible. I was like, girl, what are you doing flying from like things? Like, I'm like, I wouldn't do that now or in my 20s. Like, she's still
she loves it because honestly, she could have sat at a table critiquing other people performing for the rest of her life. She was like, no, I want to keep doing it.
And she's incredible at it. She puts younger people to shame.
Phenomenal.
Like,
I'm currently trying to get her. So the New Kids on the Block are doing the Magic Summer Tour with Paula Abdul and Jazzy Jeff this summer.
Jazzy Jeff.
So I'm trying to negotiate with her now to let me do the Scat Cat part in Opposites Attract.
2 steps forward.
Yeah, and I know I'm gonna regret it because she's gonna be like, oh, you wanna do this? Like, I'm like, no, I just wanna rap and do this little singing part. She's like, oh, no, 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 no. You're gonna tap dance. You're gonna do all the choreo.
You're gonna
I'm
all
like,
of a sudden be on Dancing with the Stars.
That's right, that's right.
She's gonna be like, move like this.
And that's when I'm gonna grab Joey McIntyre and put him right in front of me and say, you dance, I'll rap, let's go.
No, now we expect the dance. It better be good.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Trust me, she will not let it not be good.
I love it. She's a choreographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I cannot wait to see the show. It's going to be amazing. I hope you play Scat Cat. All right, let's do a commercial break, everybody. The final season of Blue Bloods airs Fridays on CBS.